Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For anyone who's new here, my name is Janet and welcome to Home Sense, that's my channel. Here we talk about all things related to home, saving money, maybe some creative different ideas. We're going to go a little off the beaten path today and we're going to talk a little bit about self-care. That's something I find very important. It's important to myself, it should be important to everyone. Everyone really needs to take the time, no matter how busy your day is or your schedule, to indulge in some self-care. But first, if you could take a moment to please like and subscribe the video, it really, really helps the channel so much. I really appreciate it. It really gets things rolling over here. So I'm thinking about this and I just want to talk a little bit about self-care because I feel like self-care has kind of become a buzzword term and something that people use really not the way it should be. Self-care, of course, is doing something for yourself. And I feel like in our society today, we kind of feel like that's just, being selfish. And I don't think you should equate self-care with selfishness. Self-care is necessary for your mental health. It's part of your, just like your physical care, like you go to the doctor, watch what you eat, you exercise, drink your water, things like that. Self-care is just as important as those things. And at different times of your life, it may be even more important if you have little children and you're, going on a lack of sleep because the baby's up a lot and you're still working a full-time job, or even if you're working from home, working at home, with the babies, it's still a lot mentally. It's a whole other subject we could talk about. It's how lonely you can feel, especially when your children are newborn and in the baby toddler stage. You're pretty much cut off from a lot of people a lot of the time. You need a good support network for that. But caring for, your parents, caring for a relative, a friend, a spouse, so many times, you're giving of yourself and not thinking about yourself, and you need to, no matter what your situation is. And I feel like our society kind of makes that seem like that you shouldn't do that, and that's being self-indulgent, and that's being selfish, and it's not. It's necessary, just as necessary as the other things I just mentioned, as water, good food, exercise, good sleep, all important. We also, I feel like, have equated self-care a little bit with the beauty industry. And, I have some notes here. I researched and I saw that this year in 2024, the beauty industry is projected to make $646 billion, with the United States leading that with 100 billion. That's an insane amount of money that we're spending on beauty products. And some are necessary. If we actually, anything is necessary if you feel like it's necessary. But I also feel like our society has just gotten out of hand with it. I see, these videos of these young girls in their 20s who have this beautiful, perfect skin, and they're putting 10 different products on their skin. And really, at that age, all you need is a good sunscreen, a good skincare routine. Make sure you take off your makeup at night, use a moisturizer. Sunscreen is number one, most important, because sun damage is going to come back to haunt you, 20, 30 years from now. But I see these kids, girls putting on, 10 different products, and they're not necessary. And it's, I guess if that really makes you feel good and that's your version of self-care, then I guess it is necessary. But I feel like for a lot of people, it's not. I think that self-care just comes in, is different for everyone. And I'll give you like the pillars of self-care. I've also written this down, so don't mind me looking at my notes. Physical, number one. That includes sleeping, sleeping well, not sleeping 6 hours a night. Most people, most Americans don't get the full 8 hours. You should get 8 or 9 hours of sleep a night. That's really what your body needs. Exercise doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can just go for a walk. You can just take the stairs sometimes and park your car a little further. And, anywhere you can squeeze in little bits of exercise, that's always, always good for your body. It's always going to help you. It's never going to hurt you unless, physically you have a problem and your doctor told you not to exercise or walk for long periods of time or something like that. You can also make that fun. You can exercise with a friend, maybe go for a walk at night, a neighbor, your spouse, take the dog for a walk, and a little extra long walk, something like that. kind of sneak in an exercise while still, being social, or, spending some time with your dog or your spouse, or both. You can do both. Food, eating things that are good for your body. I mean, we all love snacks, and I mean, I have a huge sugar, sweet tooth. I love sugar, but it's not good for you. I mean, you indulge every once in a while, but try to eat things that feel good for your body, because you will feel a difference. I mean, if you eat really well and don't indulge in a lot of sugar or fatty processed food, you really pretty quickly feel a difference in your body. So just try to be mindful of that. Try to, eat good things. And then, you can always indulge in, here and there, but just not to make it a daily habit. So those things are part of the physical aspect of self-care. Next, I have emotional, and that is just your emotions, how you feel inside. You can try, positive self-talk is very important, because you're with you forever, for your entire life, and you have to be your biggest fan. You have to be, you have to talk to yourself, and something happens and you're not proud of it and you're not, happy about it, just move on. Give yourself some grace. Always give yourself grace, and just move on. Maybe, try to learn from the experience. If it's something that you can prevent doing again, make a note to yourself not to do it again. Sometimes things happen that are out of our control. I mean, just roll with it the best you can. You just need to try to be as positive and, be your number one cheerleader, because you need to be your number one cheerleader. You can't let, negative talk and self-doubt creep in. You have to just try to stay positive and surround yourself with people that are positive, that are going to lift you up and, keep you in that mindset, and let you know what a wonderful person you are. And you're all just doing our best here. I mean, that's, everybody's trying. We're all faking it till we make it, right? All of us. Another thing is, if you can try to find joy in the small things. I've been trying now for a while to do this, because sometimes I'm always focused on the big picture. Oh, I'll be happy when we go on that vacation, and I'll be happy when we do this to the house, and I'll be happy when I get that. And that's, life is a lot of little small moments. So trying to take the joy, I made it to work in 5 minutes today. I everything, went the way it should. And my son ate all his lunch at school. I mean, just little joys, little moments, little things that you can take for yourself, and kind of, reflect on those. Before I go to bed every night, I like to sit and, lay in bed and think of the things I'm grateful for that day. I mean, that helps. A gratitude journal is always nice, because especially then when you're feeling down or negative, you can flip through it and be reminded of things maybe you forgot about that you are grateful for, because we can overlook things very easily. I mean, you take a lot of stuff for granted. You take these things for granted, and then you don't, think about them, and you're not grateful for them. And it's not because you don't want to be grateful for them, but you just forget about them. But a gratitude journal would help you, look back and see, it could be quick. It doesn't have to be a whole big thing. You write a couple of notes, whenever you think of it. It doesn't have to be something you do every day and it's daily. I mean, if it becomes a chore, it's not going to be part of self-care. I mean, self-care is taking care of yourself and all the aspects of yourself. I mean, so that is, for emotional. I mean, there's a lot of other ideas too. I'm just throwing some stuff out. Social. Humans are naturally social creatures, some more than others. Calling, texting a friend or a loved one, just for a little laugh, just to brighten your day, just a little conversation. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or anything like that. It doesn't have to be an hour-long conversation. It could be a little text, hey, how you doing? Anybody that you want to talk to that is going to lift you up, or you can maybe lift them up, because there is joy in helping others. I mean, I get a lot of joy out of that. Staying off social media a little bit. I mean, I know our society is just full of social media, but social media can be, can really do a number on you. And, you sit there and you think that people are living these wonderful, fantastic lives, because we're all just showing our best on social media. We're not, putting the bad stuff. At least most of us aren't, putting the bad stuff up there, and then it just looks like everybody's living this wonderful, great life, going to these great places, buying these great things, and eating these, fancy, fantastic meals, and it's not the case. Most of us are not doing that, daily. So you can get caught up in that, and then you get caught up in the circle of, feeling sorry for yourself, and you don't want to do that. So socially, reach out to people, connect with people if you can. Spiritual doesn't have to be religious. I'm not going to talk about religion or anything like that. Nature, connecting with nature, going for a walk, even watching a video of nature can be relaxing. I just talked about social media, but a video, watching a YouTube video of a stream or the beach, or even going, if you live near a beach and you can go down to the beach and watch the waves, go by a little bit. Just connecting with nature is very, very powerful. It's very powerful for humans. It just acts of kindness as well. Like I just said before, doing something kind for someone else will bring you joy as well, because it's a nice feeling and to help someone. It doesn't have to be something major or momentous. It could be a little thing. Hold the door open for someone. If you pass by someone and they have a really cute pair of earrings on or something, say, hey, I like your earrings. And people have done that to me. It makes my whole day, because it's nice to hear. It's nice to be recognized. Like I said, humans just, want to interact with each other and, want to be there for each other. So little acts of kindness, nothing major, nothing that costs a lot of money. I'm not telling you to pay, for the 5 cars in front of you at Starbucks, for their coffee. Just little things. You could leave a little note somewhere, where even in a public bathroom or something, where somebody will find it, just saying, you're something kind and something that will make someone's day. Be creative with it. You can come up with things, or just think about it, or ask people. There's psychological as well. Just that goes into the be creative, and just always thinking, and not always thinking to the point of where you're gonna drive yourself crazy, but just being mindful is what I'm trying to say. Being mindful of yourself and the need to take care of yourself. And like I said, self-care, I feel like is just turned into something else. I'm going to give you the actual definition. Put my glasses on. Self-care is the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness. So, like I said, a lot of it is the things that I've just talked about. And other things too. I mean, different people want different things. So maybe organizing your home, going for a walk, eating better, just zoning out. I mean, you want to watch a show, watch a few episodes of it. I mean, sometimes we all need a day where we literally are just sitting in front of the TV and catching up on a show, or watching, a show that we missed. Try to eat healthier snacks if you can every now and then. I mean, eat what you want, but if try not to make a habit out of that. I mean, zoning out is good and necessary sometimes, but it's counterintuitive to the things I'm talking about, like the exercise and eating well and connecting with other people. It's another form of self-care. My whole point of this, what I'm really trying to say, is self-care is really very personal, but it's necessary. Just because the beauty industry is telling you if you use these 10 beauty products, that's self-care, it may or may not be for you. Taking a bath, you may not like to take baths. I personally love baths, but I know people that don't like them, and that's fine. That's not going to be self-care. If something's going to feel like a chore or feel like you're being forced to do it, it's not self-care. Self-care is, at the end of the day, is supposed to make you feel better about yourself and kind of give you the tools inside of you that you need to take on your day and take on the responsibilities that we all have and carry on in the world. So self-care is very personal. You need it, to be what you want it to be. You could just literally be having a bad day and talk to your best friend for 10 minutes and turns that day around. Or maybe it doesn't, but you took the time to express your feelings to someone else and they validated them, and you had a discussion about it. And that's, sometimes all we need is that connection. Sometimes we don't need people to solve our problems. We just need people to listen. So, however you see fit, you just need to remember that self-care is necessary, and it's not selfish, and it's not indulgent. It's something that we all need. Even if you have a crazy schedule and you're home with the kids and their babies, and they need your attention all day, when your spouse comes home, or your mother comes over, or someone can come over for a few minutes, even if you give yourself 10 minutes, go, I love to read. I mean, you want to go read a book for a little while. I mean, there's just so many different things you can do. But my whole point of this video is just, it's important. Don't forget about yourself. It's not selfish. It's not taking anything away from others. You need to feel fulfilled in yourself, and you need to feel good about yourself before you can give to others. So, it's that whole adage, put on your own oxygen mask first before you can take care of anybody else. So, I hope this helped you in a little way. If you have any questions or comments, or maybe any advice, to other people on what you do for self-care, and, what makes you feel better, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it, because always learning is also another part of self-care. I love to always be learning and finding out new things and how people treat themselves. We all have to take care of ourselves, because it makes us able to take care of other people better. And I think we're all in this together. And I hope I've given you some ideas. I know I'm a little rambling, a little bit all over the place today. I just have so many notes in front of me. I'm trying to make sure I tell you everything that I learned. Please, some comments down below. I'd love to hear what other people do. And if you have any questions for me, also please leave that in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and please like and subscribe. It really does help my channel. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, take care. Thank you. All right, bye.